Classification of disaster. As we know, there are two types of disasters. One is natural disaster and the other is human-made disaster. First, we have to discuss about the classification of natural disaster. There are of five major categories. First one is the geophysical hazard. The geophysical hazard is a geological process that may cause loss of life, injury, property, and environmental damage. Hydrometeorological factors are important contributors to some of these processes. Under geophysical hazard, first one is the earthquake. It is the surface displacement of earth materials due to the ground shaking due to the underground seismic waves. Mass movement of the earth material, usually downslopes, landslides, and urban fires that are triggered and followed by earthquake. The second is the volcano. Volcano is a type of geological event that occur near the vent in the earth's surface, including volcanic eruptions of lava, ash, hot vapor, and pyroclastic materials. The level of danger varies based on the type of volcano and the characteristics of the eruption. Pyroclastic flow, that means extremely hot gases, ash, and other materials of more than 1000 degrees Celsius that rapidly flow down from the vent. There is a significant number of volcanoes are concentrated in the Pacific Ring of Fire. This is the Circum-Pacific Belt. Third, Third is the tsunami. Tsunami is a series of ocean waves with extremely long wavelengths and high energy, usually caused by underwater disturbances such as earthquake, volcanic eruption, or landslides. Tsunamis often move at a speed exceeding 500 miles per hour, giving coastal communities limited time to evacuate. Fourth is the landslides. The downward movement of the rock, soil, and debris on a slope. Landslide can be triggered by factors such as heavy rainfall, earthquake, human activities, volcanic activity, etc. They pose a threat to the communities living in hilly regions. After geophysical hazard, the next is the hydrological hazard. That is the event caused by the deviations in the normal water cycle or overflow of water bodies caused by wind setup. Under there, first is the coastal erosion. Coastal erosion is the temporary or permanent loss of sediments or landmass in coastal margins due to the wave actions, tides, and anthropogenic activities. Second is the wave action. The wind-generated surface waves of any open body of water such as oceans, rivers, lakes, etc. The size of the wave depends on the strength of the wind and the distance traveled. Third is the flash flood. Heavy or excessive rain in a short period of time causes immediate runoff, creating flood condition within minutes or a few hours during or after the rainfall. Fourth is the debris flow, mud flow, and rock fall. Types of landslides occur when heavy rain or rapid snow send large amount of mud and rock downslope by gravitational forces. Third is the meteorological hazards. Hazards caused by short-lived to mesoscale extreme weather and atmospheric conditions that may last for minutes to days. Under it, first is the hurricane, typhoon, cyclones. These are intense tropical storms with strong winds and heavy rain. Example for Hurricane Katrina 2005, Typhoon Haiyan 2013, and the Cyclone Idai 2019. Second is the tornadoes. That is, it is the violently rotating columns of air extending from a thunderstorm to the ground. Tri-state tornado 1925 in US. This is one of the deadliest tornadoes. Third is the heat waves. Prolonged periods of excessively high temperatures the European heat wave of 2003 and the heat wave in India 2015 are examples. Fourth is the blizzards. Severe snowstorms characterized by strong winds and reduced visibility. For example, the Great Blizzard of 1888 in US. Fourth is the climatological hazard, that is, the event caused by long-lived meso to macro scale process. First one is the drought. It is a prolonged period of abnormally low precipitation that can have a significant impact of water availability. For example, the Dust Bowl in 1930s. Second is the wildfires. Uncontrolled forest fires or wildfires that spread rapidly through vegetation, often exacerbated by dry and windy conditions. Third is the glacial lake outburst. These are the bodies of water that is in and around the glaciers as a result of various glacial processes. It poses a risk of outburst floods known as the glacial lake outburst. If a dam is holding back the glacial lake water, it can result in sudden release of large volumes of water that cause catastrophic flooding. Fifth is the biological hazards. Phenomena of organic origin, including exposure to pathogens, toxins that may cause loss of life, illness, other health impacts, etc. Animal related diseases that can cause spread to human communities. Second is the insect infestations, then bacterial diseases, epidemics and pandemics, for example COVID-19. And last is the preventive measures, surveillance, vaccination, biosecurity measures, etc. If you are feeling that this video is helpful, please share to your friends and don't forget to subscribe.